Hey, everybody, I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report in Los Angeles, and I am delighted to welcome Joe Eddy, Chris Lightbody, and Spencer Yaras from the feature film Bootyology. How are you guys doing?
Hi, Hillary. I'm great.
Yeah, we're doing
Thank
great.
you for having us.
Well, it's great to be with you, and I want to get right away into talking about your film, a mockumentary about the music business, which immediately reminded me of the classic one in this genre, This Is Spinal Tap. But that band was fictional, and yours, the Booty Boys, was real. So, Joe, start off by telling me how this project came to you.
Chris and Spencer and I and our other one of our best friends, Robert J. Steinmiller Jr., who's also in the film. We've all known each other for over 20 years, and I was a super fan of the Booty Boys from the jump. I used to see them play around town, and I always thought they were hilarious, and the music was fantastic. And I knew that at some point this should be a movie in some way, shape, or form. I just thought it would be best to wait 20 years to do it.
Have I ever seen that ass before? Is it deja deja hypnotized when you hit.
And we had a unique opportunity, you know, in those crazy years around 2020, and it presented itself, and here we are.
Well, Chris and Spencer, aka Brown Eyes and Six Hole, tell me about your journey making this movie. And no spoilers, but what was it like to be, let's say, frozen for a number of years?
Let's say. Yeah, I mean, you know, the like Joe said, we were performing around LA and California during the early, part of the 2000s, and we as our sort of career as music producers and things took off in other film and TV projects, we kind of left that behind for a bit, and then in 2020 we just kind of wanted to come back to it, and we knew we needed a funny reason for why the Booty Boys have been gone for 15 years. So we came up with what we thought was a pretty funny idea and pitched that to Joe as like, could that be the reason in the movie? And stupidly he agreed. So here we are.
You want to know about the Booty Boys?
Who's the motherfucker on Booty Duty?
I mean, the Booty Boys were a perfect storm.
White rappers who rap exclusively about women's backsides.
These guys were so passionate.
The future was bright for the fellas.
And then they disappeared.
The last time they were seen was in buttholes.
Oodles. Not that difficult.
It's in the valley.
This is not the end for the Booty Boys.
Oh my God. It's them. They're alive.
The return of the Booty Boys!
Well, Joe, as the director, and all of you, there are elements in this story of artists being taken advantage of by corporate conglomerates that are so resonant today as they were during the heyday of the Booty Boys. But talk about how this relates, along with AI, to the current WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes.
Well, starting with the artificial intelligence, obviously it's a legitimate concern it's a moral concern of that people that are experts in their field need to work. And if those people are continually pushed out those positions, I mean, that's catastrophic. We have people that can't feed their families, people that will end up on the streets. That's a terrible thing. And if it remains a tool and it's an assistant, great. But that needs to be monitored and regulated. As a beat in the film, it was a strong misdirect into comedy, but that's a very real issue. And then as far as that being a talking point with the strikes, I feel it's a it's a very real thing that at least the foundation needs to be set.
Yeah, I was taken right away. The film does start off with AI as an element and talking to record label executives. So again, no spoilers, but that's how we got into the story. And Spencer and Chris, your musical careers since your performing days, tell me more about that. And as a result of working on this film, did it inspire you to take the stage again?
Yeah, I mean, since you know, doing the old Booty Boys days, we have a company called District 78. We a producing team with Bob Steinmiller. And we you know, we do a lot of music with dancers and choreographers and TV shows, a lot of performance music. We've taken the stage a few times. A couple, you know, recently, last week, I think we've played 2 different karaoke nights. So
unexpected
karaoke.
That's a toe dip, right? Little toe
Right.
dip.
But no, we performed. You know, we did at the end of a couple of the screenings. We performed after the show. We thought that was a fun way to sort of, you know, make the night memorable.
I would like to see the full show back in some form when everyone was on stage, like Bootytron and Queen Booty Teeth, like those shows and The Professor. Those shows were epic, and there was a lot of audience interaction. Like those original shows were great.
They would love to do it.
And unfortunately, the movie was supposed to be about how Chris and Spencer invented the atomic bomb, but evidently that was a different guy.
Yeah, I think that role was taken. Anyway, you guys, I love the film. It was so funny. Again, the way you get into the story, it veers off in a completely different and really fun direction. What do you want audiences to take away from it, in addition to wanting to get up and dance to some of the great songs?
Too much waiting in isolation, no flirtation, it's so frustrating. My mind get racing when that ass starts shaking. Now make it sizzle, baby, like you cooking that bacon.
You know, I think one of the things we really wanted to make sure was in this film was a real heart, and it's a story of, you know, friendship and love and support and acceptance. But you know, obviously at the end of the day, it's silly, it's funny, it's people who rap about butts and, you know, these kind of, you know, charmingly stupid characters bumbling their way through a new world that they hadn't been necessarily familiar with before that. But
and that's how I describe you guys to people. Charmingly stupid.
Yeah, no, it's very true. That's just the documentary part. No, we you know, we really, you know, we want people to have fun with it and enjoy the music and just laugh a little bit, because, you know, we can all use a little bit of comedy right now, I think.
For sure.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you so much for being with me, Joe, Chris, and Spencer, and wrap up our happy hour by raising a glass to you and your success with Bootyology.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Good job, boys.